Hello and welcome back. It's been about a week since last time I recorded. I got your tail. But yeah, before we continue the main story, this was something I was going to do in between episodes, but I forgot, and also I'm lazy. Let's go to the Crystorium. Yeah, I took a week off after I got done with the main story. Plus, I had quite the backlog to upload, so which I'm still not even close to done with the backlog. Game? Alright, these are the unsellable ones. Okay, we got up to 488. Okay, now the aspiring Skywatcher in the middle of nowhere, missile from another mother. By the time you hear this, none of those are what we're doing. Because today, I wanted to do that, and then I wanted us to start with, the Domin Enclave. Instead, you know how we usually just do it at the end. We're going to start with it this time. Simply because, like I said, I forgot to do this in between episodes. Because we were going to start here. Get out of the way, Pandora. On behalf of the Sasakai, Edgar, I thank you for your support. I am pleased to inform you that we have made great strides in our efforts to rebuild the Enclave. Owing to your many contributions, the yard has seen further development. As you continue to contribute to the Josakai and the construction effort, in what other ways may the Domin Enclave grow and change? On behalf of the Josakai, Edgar, I thank you for your support. I am pleased to inform you that we have made great strides in our efforts to rebuild the Enclave. Owing to your many contributions, the yard has seen further development. As you continue to contribute to the Shosen Kai and the reconstruction effort, in what other ways might the Dome and Enclave grow and change? Okay. But yeah, we're gonna be, since I have such a huge backlog currently, I'm gonna be changing when I'm gonna be recording to how I was already. Because what I was doing mainly was just recording, like, almost every other day. But like I said, I have a big backlog right now. I have Final Fantasy XIV. So I'm going to be slowing down recording it on my end until we get back to having it normal. So I'll probably be recording these about once a week until I no longer have such a big backlog. And then after that, after the backlog is gone, then I'll just go back to how I normally was recording this. But by then, I probably will be done with recording for a while. Recording this for a while, hopefully. Oh, and also, by the time this comes out, you probably have seen what my other project is going to be for a while. That I'm going to be uploading alongside this series. So I'm going to be uploading 2 videos a day instead of my 1. Yeah, I'll be right back. Pandora did your dingies. Oh, so recording's been my only reprieve from my crafting adventures in my solo one. Pandora cannot decide not to stop doing that. And where was I when I got distracted? Oh yeah, it reminded me because Tataru had her Arcanist book out. And Alchemist makes those books. God damn it. I just want to buy a new scythe. Come back. Here's this new scythe. We'll take whatever the front one is. Edgar Gauze, it's good to see you. I hope your being here means you had your fill of rest. Well, you've certainly earned it. Not much has happened since your last visit. I had planned for you to meet that helper I told you about, but he refuses to answer his link pearl. I do hope that he's all right. We've been exchanging messages with the Eeyores in Alliance throughout, though. They say the fighting has finally stopped at the Agrimilic Dark, and that the Empire shows no signs of movement. Poke it with a stick. It ain't moving, Sarge. I think it dead. Which means we might actually have a moment to ourselves for a change. Seeing as you're back, maybe you can tell me more about your time in the First. Hold on there, Totaro. Edgar could tell you all about it, but Gary dumb. Gary forgot to check recording. Great. Oh, and if you don't mind, I'd like to ask Flamin to join us. She'll want to know what happened to Manphilia. I think it best she hear it from you. We'll meet you on the terrace at the House of Splendors. Right. I know I was forgetting something. I was going to do her quest. Flamin's quest. Maybe I'll pop after this. Edgar, mate, has it been too long? Tataru did mention that I would be joining you, did she not? Thank you, words cannot well express how I have longed to know more of the First. This world Manphilia has sacrificed so much to save. But come, rest your feet. Tataru should be arriving shortly. And so Manphilia chose to pass on her gifts to the next oracle, this girl who Thancred named Reen, not Rhine. It ain't Rhine time. To have such a burden thrust upon her as a child, only to embrace it when given the choice. In that respect, they are quite alike. It would seem her legacy is indeed in capable hands. Edgar, might I ask a favor of you? When next you return to the First, do tell Reen what I cannot. To tell her thank you. And I would offer thanks to you as well for staying with her to the end. Begging your pardon, could I have a word? Well, I hope you're here to tell me you received word from our helper. I wish, and I not had a peep out of him. And it's been a good long while now. Too bloody long. On account of which, I'm going to sneak out the border and see if I can get a signal to him from closer up. But what if they catch you? There must be another way. It ain't as if we could ask Angry to do it. Besides, I shall have no trouble picking me a way through Garmlet now. The fighting died down. Gods know there's enough shadows to hide in. Any face waiting around here twiddling me thumbs in the road. I just thought I'd let you know. Now I'd best be. I nearly forgot. Trails at the stones, and she wants a word. Something to do with the patients. She was getting ready to examine them again when I left. We best head back then. I'm sure it's important. Yeah, since Edgar can't wear the earrings, he has to wear the necklace and rings that the other Reaper or the other lemurs get to wear. Seems she's still examining them. Oh, I do hope it's nothing bad. Oh, they're actually decaying! I think this link was severed.
You're here. Good.
So, how are they?
Still locked in slumber, but otherwise in good physical health. For the present, at least.
For the present? Oh no, is something wrong with them?
I'm afraid there may be. I summoned you after detecting faint signs of instability in Thancred's corporeal ether. But subsequent examination suggested all 5 might be affected. And when I examined them just now, my fears were confirmed. Tellingly, the degree of instability varies between them. Thancred exhibits the most notable signs, followed by Y'shtola and Urianger. The twins' ether, meanwhile, remains relatively stable, but there is a change there too if one knows to look for it.
Hold on. Isn't that the order they were called away in?
Indeed. Which leads me to believe the instability will only increase with time. Though I can but speculate, I fear this may be a symptom of a weakening link between body and soul.
By the gods! What happens if the link is broken?
I cannot say for certain. This is all unknown territory to us. Yet whatever happens, it cannot be good.
Wait a minute, wouldn't that just mean their souls are stuck in the first, while their bodies are doomed to decay away?
Mercifully, the instability is still only slight. And you may rest assured, Master Matoya and I will do everything in our power to keep it from worsening. Be that as it may, it is imperative that you find a way to restore our friends' souls to their bodies. Thank you.
But where's he even supposed to start? We had the greatest minds in the realm hunting high and low for an answer, and they ran out of places to look.
Edgar has access to magic fairies!
You stated in your report that the Exarch had originally intended to reverse the summoning process by means of his own death, correct? Raha always was a reckless young fool, ready to die for the first righteous cause that came along. His plan might well have worked, but I, for one, am glad he never had the opportunity to see it through. Even if it does mean our friends must remain stranded a while longer. There is another way, I am sure of it. And the key lies with him, with the Exarch. Pray return to the First and apprise him and the others of the situation. We, meanwhile, will do what we can from here. And, if the fates are kind, we will have good news to share upon your return.
Looks like we're gonna have to add another weapons chest to Foos. Okay, Lord Theo. Yeah, I can do that. How long were you standing here in silence? Don't you know it's rude to wait? Aren't you the mortal bound to feel you? Well now, isn't this a pleasant surprise? I have a proposal I was meaning to put to you, as it happened. Interested? So these Sky Watchers you see all over, they're good at what they do, but even they can't tell you if it's raining or whatever back on the source now. But with my help, they could. I could cross the rift, see what the weather's like for myself, come back and share my knowledge with the mortals by whispering it to them in their dreams. I could do the same for the Sky Watchers on the other side too. Everyone would have an answer, and they wouldn't even know how they got them. Wouldn't that be grand? Your silence is approval I need. Off I go. To the Lord Feo, meddling with the dreams of Skywatchers in the source. And the first, Skywatchers may now provide forecasts for every region regardless of their locations. Up the stairs we go. Why doesn't it just say Graha over him? Yeah. Edgar, you are returned. I hope your time in the source was suitably restful. But of course it wasn't. Go on. The corporeal ether shows signs of instability by the gods. The possibility never even occurred to me. If you have returned in the hope that my research may yield a solution, I fear you will be sorely disappointed. Just being mercy when we have the likes of Mistress Kryl and Master Matoya to keep our friend's body safe while we wrestle with that problem. But they cannot forestall the separation of body and soul indefinitely. Come, the others must be told. You all might be dying. Good news, everyone! You're dying! Where's Tweedledee and Tweedlesmart? There's Tweedlesmart.
Pray excuse my late arrival.
Will Thancred and Reen not be joining us?
Nay, milady. With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion. Should matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed. I think it best that you begin by providing a summary of Mistress Kryl's findings.
I suppose it was only to be expected that some change would occur.
Yet our souls seem unaffected, to my eye at least. How long they will remain so is another question. Kryl is right. It is imperative we find a way to return to the source.
Hold on, you Stola. You're not the only cat who wants to be looking at things.
Perhaps an explanation of the method by which I brought you here will yield some inspiration. Ere I begin, it must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the Crystal Tower and its boundless reservoirs of energy. The magic that summoned you was no exception. 'Tis a singular spell, adapted through painstaking effort from the technique that transported me to the first. To use an analogy, it works by cutting a hole in the fabric of reality. A hole tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass unscathed. Though I succeeded in creating said hole, I failed to latch onto my intended target. Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their incomplete state. I would not soon throw my life away. Not after the lengths you and yours went to save it.
Question though. Oh, I guess it did take him a long time to prepare the spell, so never mind.
And so long as I breathe, I will spare no effort to see you safely home.
Edgar can already go back home easily.
But should all else fail, and your lives be at stake, there remains one sure method.
Oh. Oh, what was that for?
How can you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't get to die unless he says so.
Edgar prepares scythe. I know how to quickly get this done.
Your followers await your divine judgment.
What did you just...
If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion? Rather than dwelling upon the multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove us to focus on the solitary success. I would draw your attention to the fact that our friend can travel between worlds possessed not only of his body and soul, but his personal effects besides.
Everybody, get in the pocket. Everybody get in Edgar's bags. Get in Foos's bag too. We're going on an adventure.
This is no different from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an extension of oneself.
Are you suggesting that simply by considering us his possessions, he could carry our souls back to the source upon his person?
Well, it would be nice if things were that simple for a change. But vague notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on. So much as a moment of doubt on his part, and we'd be left floating in the rift.
Milady hath the right of it. The requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask, even of our friend. Yet, were we to immure our souls within an object in his possession, mayhap then our safe passage could be assured. White Auracite would, I believe, serve as a suitable vessel for this purpose. It was conceived to imprison the massy soul of an Ascian, and should house one of ours with relative ease. We would need only to ensure our soul's safe preservation inside the stone, and identify a means by which they might be transferred back unto our vacant bodies.
Soul preservation and transference. I believe I know of someone who may be able to assist us. On the far shore of the source, there stands a great palace built by the elves. It was forsaken in the wake of the flood, but a certain Numo chose to make their home there soon after. Though they have long lived as a recluse, they once occupied a place of honor in Verbert's royal court, and it is said that none in all of Norvrant is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
Well, I've no objection to seeking a helping hand, but if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves away from the world, what makes you think they'd be willing to lend us one?
A worthy question. Years ago, I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters. No sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me. Unlike me, however, you have curried favor with the Fae folk. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience. They may still be inclined to turn you away, of course, but if their knowledge might feasibly facilitate your return home, we have to try.
Oh, you can actually see the earrings. I don't know if that's intended or not, but you can barely see them curled around the horn. Yeah, there they are. Huh. Well, there it is, I should say. So is it like duct tape? Super glued? How is that even there? I would not have noticed that on my other, the character that I play as normally because, different horns. Okay. Add it to the bag. The great cosmos, that is the place we seek, stands on the opposite shore of the source. I will arrange for a boat to carry us there. Whilst thou journeyeth thither, I think it best that I devote mine energies to the creation of white oresite. By thy leave, of course. The process requireth no small amount of time, and should the Numau consent to lend us their aid, we will have need of a suitable vessel year long. Agreed. Then I would ask the rest of you meet me in Levelin, and do be prepared for a warm reception. Time to exit. Oh yeah, I never decide which minion we're going with this time around. So who shall go with us? Hand of Fate! Until we can have a better one, the Hand of Fate shall be used for now. But now watch Edgar get a minion that I've been trying to get on my own and still haven't gotten. Yeah, in contrast to my own Edgar has been very unlucky when it came to getting these pets. Because I already had, barring the like baby behemoth, wind-up Moogle, and these 3, I already had another row. Oh, know what? Wind-up Nanamo. We're taking wind-up Nanamo with us. As I told you before, I had scarcely set foot on the palace grounds when I was set upon by hosts' familiars, and I expect our reception today to be no different, which is why I propose we march through the main gate, weapons drawn. I'm sorry, but are we not here to petition for assistance? You can't honestly think barging and looking for a fight is going to persuade them. Actually, I believe the Exarch may have the right of it. They have no doubt poured a great deal of energy, time and energy into their creations. Or I should be more interested to meet with those who would overcome my defenses. As would any true seeker of knowledge, and there is little we can say or do to convince them to help us if we know nothing of their character, nor less why they choose to hide themselves from the world. But if we can seize their interest, mayhap we can earn ourselves an audience. Weapons drawn it is then. Though I may say, Exarch, you certainly seem to be enjoying all of this. Do I? Well, I will not deny that I enjoy the thought of fighting against, alongside you all, rather than pacing about inside the Crystal Tower. You both seem to be in rather high spirits if you ask me. Not that I'm surprised your moods invariably improve when Edgar is around. What exactly are you implying? He averted calamity and the light which seemed destined to consume him and has been extinguished. It's only natural that we'd be pleased to see him. Yes, well, you will have plenty of time to celebrate his good health after we've finished here. Of course, then let us proceed to the palace. Yeah, let's just go with that. I knew I was going to forget something. Looks like we're gonna have to be fighting the Eldritch. That armor would be really uncomfortable for Aru to wear. So, I wonder if you can get that armor from this dungeon. Okay, what's next?
So be it.
Ah, shoes of aiming. I shall use these shoes as throwing implements.
Protect me!
I wonder if those portsies had bells in them. Well, since we don't get XP for killing them, might as well just let them self-destruct. I don't remember. Is this model used anywhere else in the game? I don't ever remember seeing the Snappleweed used anywhere else. I forget what came first. Bacon bits or these guys? For those who don't know, Bacon Bits is a minion you can get from ventures with your retainers. And I don't remember what level the venture is, so I can't remember if Porksies came first or Bacon Fit came first. I get to fight Grass Siren now. So I don't remember her model always looking like this, but and again, my memory's not the best. All right. That is... Oh, that's a hat. And I expected that to be a hat. Yeah, these rooms got a lot of work ahead of them. Eh. Eh. Alright, this was a castle for elves. I forget this is the elven castle. I think I just keep thinking that that would be Vorbrent's creation, since he's from Vorbrent. Words. I was waiting for one of them to be fire be purged. No, sickness be purged. And again, this just reminds me of fighting Odin. But a, less threatening one. I don't think this one has a one-hit KO move. I do wonder, I always forget who was the one who created Odin in this one. Edgar King, prepare for this! Sorry, I had to get something away from Pandora. I forgot your stroller was with us. I've never gotten that minion before, so that's new.
That was my fiercest familiar. Oh, impressive.
Backlook, 'tis good to see you again after all these years. And judging by your vigorous greeting, I dare say the feeling is mutual. To be sure, a simple shake of the hand would have sufficed by way of welcome, but I shan't complain. But you must be wondering as to the purpose of our visit. We come to beg your assistance in a most urgent matter.
Shake? Beg?
Our comrades' very souls are in danger. If we are to save them, we will need the benefit of your unsurpassed knowledge on the matter. Please, will you not sit and hear our plea?
Oh, how dare you! How dare you speak thus in my presence! It was to escape such words of temptation that I hid myself from the world of men. You are sinners, one and all, and I swore never again to have any part in your affairs.
I can only imagine what terrible events forced you into a life of seclusion. But I know that the Numo are a good and noble folk. It is not in your nature to turn a blind eye to the plight of those around you. And in treating with us, I am certain whatever mistrust you feel for man will begin to heal.
Just smacks Alphino across the face. Fuck, what wrong with his mouth?
If you will not be satisfied, I suppose I could listen. After all, there's no harm in just... No, I mustn't. Not again. That damn court mage seemed to have the best of intentions too, and countless innocents died for my naivety.
Those who want to learn that tale can learn that from the tank role quest.
Oh, you know not what you ask of me. What horrors my knowledge has wrought. Of all the visitors I could possibly have, they're even more stubborn than I am. Oh. No. Very well. I will hear your petition, but that is all. And I expect fitting payment for my troubles.
Commensurate with your contribution to our cause. No more and no less, I promise you. With that settled, might I impose upon you to join us at the Crystarium? I'm afraid the nature of my friend's predicament calls for absolute secrecy.
Who the fuck's gonna hear us here? Pandora. You're not allowed to eat tape. There you are, the others have gone ahead to the Crystal Tower with Beckelog. For the record, I truly wish we hadn't had to resort to using such words when treating with them. I ever sought to convince, not compel, yet I cannot deny that a part of me is glad your Yonje shared his knowledge of the new Mao with us. Had he not, Beckelog wouldn't be here. Speaking of whom, we should hurry. To keep our guests waiting would only add insult to injury. But I don't want to add injury to insult. And that'll be the end of this episode, since I got a kitty who won't stop playing with tape. Yeah. So I'll see you all in the next.